Hey plant lovers, welcome to my channel. Today we're diving into something that could literally change your health. Plants that don't just look beautiful, they actually clean the air you breathe every single day. If you've ever wondered why you feel tired indoors, get headaches, or just feel like the air is stuffy, this video is for you. These 7 plants will purify your air, remove toxins, and they grow fast. Like really fast. Before we get started, if you enjoy this content, hit that like button. It helps more people discover these easy plant care tips, and I really appreciate it. Number 1, spider plant. The beginner's dream. Spider plants are absolute champions when it comes to cleaning your air. NASA actually tested this plant, and here's what they found. It removes up to 90% of formaldehyde from the air in just 24 hours. That's the chemical that comes from your furniture, carpets, and wood products. You've probably seen these plants everywhere. They have those long, arching leaves with white stripes, and they send out little baby plants on stems that hang down like spiders on a web. That's where the name comes from. Here's the great part. Spider plants are incredibly affordable and nearly impossible to kill. You can find them at any garden center or home improvement store for just a few dollars. Buy one small plant, and within months you'll have dozens of baby plants you can put all over your house. Money-saving tip. Don't buy multiple spider plants. Buy one and wait for it to produce babies. Those little plantlets can be cut off and planted in new pots. You'll get free plants for life. Care is simple. Spider plants like bright, indirect light, but they'll tolerate almost anything except total darkness. Water them when the top inch of soil feels dry, usually once or twice a week. They prefer room temperature, around 65 to 75 degrees. If the tips of the leaves turn brown, it's usually from chlorine or fluoride in tap water. Switch to filtered or distilled water and trim off the brown tips with scissors. The plant will keep growing just fine. Number 2, Pothos. The indestructible air cleaner. Pothos, also called devil's ivy, is my personal favorite for one simple reason. You literally cannot kill this plant. I've seen pothos survive in dark closets, forgotten in corners, even completely dried out, and they bounce right back. Here's why it's amazing for air quality. Pothos removes formaldehyde, benzene, and xylene from your air. These chemicals come from cleaning products, paints, and furniture. One study found that pothos can remove up to 73% of benzene from the air in just 24 hours. Pothos has gorgeous heart-shaped leaves that come in different varieties. Golden pothos has yellow and green leaves, Marble Queen has white and green, and Neon Pothos is bright lime green. All of them grow fast, like really fast. Under good conditions, pothos can grow 12 to 18 inches per month. You'll see it trailing down shelves, climbing up walls, spreading across surfaces. It's a beautiful, living decoration that's constantly cleaning your air. Here's a care tip that saves you trouble. Pothos will tell you when it needs water. The leaves start to droop slightly when it's thirsty. Water it then, and within hours the leaves perk back up. It's that simple. Keep it in low to bright indirect light. It adapts to almost anything. Water when the top inch of soil is dry. Change the water every week if you're growing it in water instead of soil, which totally works. By the way, money-saving bonus. One pothos can give you unlimited plants through cuttings. Cut a stem below a node. That's the little bump where leaves grow from. Put it in water, and you'll have roots in 2 weeks. Free plants forever. Important note, keep pothos away from pets and small children. The leaves are toxic if eaten. Number 3, snake plant. The nighttime oxygen producer. Snake plants, also called mother-in-law's tongue, are seriously special. Here's what makes them different from almost every other plant. They release oxygen at night while you sleep. Most plants only produce oxygen during the day, but snake plants keep working 24/7. This makes them perfect for your bedroom. You're getting cleaner air and more oxygen while you rest. Snake plants remove formaldehyde, benzene, trichloroethylene, and xylene. NASA ranked them as one of the top air-purifying plants in their famous clean air study. 6 to 8 waist-high snake plants can actually keep one person alive in a sealed room. That's how powerful they are. These plants have tall, upright leaves that look like snakes or swords standing straight up. They come in different varieties, some with yellow edges, some with silver patterns, some completely dark green. All of them are equally tough. Here's the money-saving strategy. Snake plants are already affordable, usually $10 to $20 for a decent-sized plant. But they produce baby plants called pups around the base. You can separate these and pot them individually. One plant becomes 5 or 10 plants over time. Care requirement. Snake plants are the ultimate low-maintenance plant. They tolerate low light, medium light, bright light, whatever you've got. Water them every 2 to 3 weeks. Seriously, that's it. They're drought-tolerant and actually prefer being underwatered to overwatered. Use well-draining soil like cactus mix. They hate sitting in wet soil. If the leaves turn yellow or mushy, you're watering too much. If they wrinkle slightly, water a bit more. But honestly, you can ignore these plants for weeks and they'll be perfectly fine. Number 4. Peace lily. Beautiful and powerful. Peace lilies are gorgeous plants with dark green leaves and elegant white flowers that look like they're made of porcelain. But they're not just pretty. They're absolute beasts at cleaning air. Peace lilies remove ammonia, benzene, formaldehyde, and trichloroethylene. These chemicals come from cleaning products, furniture polish, glues, and paints. What makes peace lilies special is they also remove mold spores from the air. If you have a bathroom or basement with humidity issues, a peace lily will actually help by filtering out those mold spores before you breathe them in. Peace lilies grow steadily and produce those beautiful white flowers multiple times a year if you care for them right. Each flower lasts for weeks, sometimes over a month. Take a stem cutting or even a single leaf with a bit of stem attached. Place it in water and wait. Peace lilies can be slower to root than some other plants on this list, sometimes taking 3 to 4 weeks. But once they establish roots, they'll grow steadily. Here's a care secret. Peace lilies will tell you exactly when they need water. They droop dramatically when thirsty, like they're dying. But water them and within a few hours they perk right back up. It's actually pretty entertaining. Keep the soil moist but not soggy. They prefer low to medium indirect light, making them perfect for rooms without much natural light. They actually like shade better than sun. If your peace lily isn't flowering, move it to a slightly brighter spot and feed it with diluted fertilizer once a month. Important note, like pothos, peace lilies are toxic to pets, so keep them out of reach. Number 5. Boston Fern. The humidity-loving air purifier. Boston ferns might look delicate with those soft, feathery fronds, but they're incredibly effective at cleaning air. They remove formaldehyde better than almost any other plant. But here's what makes them really special. Boston ferns are natural humidifiers. They release moisture into the air, which helps with dry skin, respiratory problems, and even reduces static electricity in your home. One Boston fern can restore moisture to the air as effectively as a mechanical humidifier. And it looks a whole lot better doing it. These ferns grow fast and get lush and full within just a few months. Their delicate, arching fronds can spread 2 to 3 feet wide, creating a beautiful, flowing display. Here's the money-saving angle. Boston ferns are often sold in hanging baskets for $20 to $30. But you can buy a smaller one for under $10 and let it grow. Within a season, it'll be just as big as those expensive ones. Care is straightforward, but there's one key thing. Boston ferns need humidity around them. If your home is dry, especially in winter, the leaf edges might brown and crisp up. You can solve this by misting the plant daily or placing it on a tray of pebbles with water underneath. Keep the soil consistently moist. Ferns love water. They prefer bright, indirect light, like a spot near an east-facing window where they get gentle morning sun. If the fronds turn brown and crispy, increase humidity. If they turn yellow, you might be overwatering. It's all about finding that balance. Money-saving bonus. As Boston ferns grow, they produce runners and offsets. You can divide the plant and create multiple ferns from one original plant. Number 6. Rubber plant. The low-maintenance powerhouse. Rubber plants have thick, glossy leaves that look almost artificial, like they're made of plastic or rubber. That's where the name comes from. They come in dark green, burgundy, or even variegated with cream and pink. Here's why they're amazing for air quality. Rubber plants remove formaldehyde, benzene, and trichloroethylene. But they're particularly good at removing formaldehyde, one of the most common indoor pollutants. What makes rubber plants special is how efficient they are. They don't need much space to clean a lot of air. One medium-sized rubber plant can purify the air in a large room. Rubber plants grow steadily and can reach 6 to 10 feet tall indoors if you let them. But you can also keep them smaller by pruning. Every time you cut them back, they branch out and get fuller. Here's a care tip that saves you trouble. Rubber plants are sensitive to overwatering. Let the top 2 inches of soil dry out completely between waterings. In winter, you might only water once every 2 weeks. In summer, maybe once a week. They prefer bright, indirect light. Too much direct sun can burn the leaves. Too little light and they get leggy and sparse. Wipe the leaves down with a damp cloth every few weeks. This removes dust and helps the plant absorb more light and clean more air. Money-saving tip. Rubber plants can be expensive as large plants, sometimes $50 or more. But you can buy a small one for $15 to $20 and let it grow. They grow pretty quickly with the right care. You can also propagate rubber plants from cuttings, though it takes a bit more skill than some other plants. But once you learn, you can create multiple plants from one. Number 7. Aloe Vera. The healing air purifier. Aloe Vera is like having a pharmacy and an air purifier combined in one plant. It clears formaldehyde and benzene from the air, chemicals found in paints, floor finishes, and detergents. But here's the really cool part. Aloe Vera is also an air quality indicator. If there are too many harmful chemicals in the air, the plant develops brown spots on its leaves. It's literally telling you that your air quality is bad. Plus, you can use the gel inside the leaves for burns, cuts, and skin irritation. Break off a leaf, squeeze out the gel, and apply it directly to your skin. It's been used for healing for thousands of years. Aloe grows at a moderate pace and produces baby plants called pups around the base. You can separate these and grow your aloe collection for free. Here's the money-saving strategy. Aloe Vera is already inexpensive, usually $5 to $10 for a small plant. But those pups mean you'll never need to buy another aloe. One plant becomes 10 plants becomes 100 plants if you want. Care requirement. Aloe needs bright, indirect sunlight. A sunny windowsill is perfect. Water deeply but infrequently. Let the soil dry out completely between waterings, usually every 2 to 3 weeks. Use cactus or succulent soil for good drainage. Aloe hates wet feet and will rot if it sits in soggy soil. If the leaves turn yellow or brown, you're probably overwatering. If they look shriveled, water more. If they turn pale, move the plant to a brighter spot. Aloe is mildly toxic to pets, so keep it away from curious cats and dogs. One more thing. These plants work, but they're not magic. For the best indoor air quality, also open windows when weather permits, use natural cleaning products, avoid synthetic air fresheners, and consider an air purifier if you have serious air quality concerns. But plants are an amazing, natural, beautiful way to improve your air quality while adding life to your space. Drop a comment below and let me know which of these air purifying plants you want to try first, or tell me what topics you'd like to see next. Should we talk about low-light plants, pet-safe options, plants for small spaces? Let me know what you're interested in. And don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. It really helps the channel grow and helps more people discover how easy it is to improve their air quality with plants. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.